Hello, potential RBTs. Welcome back to my channel, Boss Lady Bloom's RBT Exam Tutoring. Today, as promised, we will go on to chaining, which is the procedures to teach a task analysis. If you remember the last video, we talked about building a task analysis, and the definition of a task analysis is simply taking a large task and breaking it down into smaller teachable steps. Okay, and there's three ways to teach a task analysis. There's forward chaining, backwards chaining, and total task presentation. On the exam, it's sometimes called total task chaining as well. So let's talk about forward chaining, okay? We're going to use the old tried and true, which everybody uses. They use hand washing. So wash your hands is going to be our SD, okay? So forward chaining, we'll start there since it's the easiest. We're going to say it has 5 steps. Could be more. But for this example, we're going to give 5 steps. So you're teaching wash your hands. So for forward chaining, you start with the very first step, which is usually turn on the water, okay? So you're going to start teaching this step. You give the SD, wash your hands, and then you start teaching the first step, turn on the water. Then you prompt all the way through until the task is complete. Once step 1 is mastered, you move on to teaching step 2. So you'll give the SD, wash your hands. They will successfully and independently do step 1. You'll teach step 2, and you'll prompt through the rest until it's complete. You'll keep doing that until you've completed step 5, and you can successfully say, go wash your hands, and they'll complete each step independently. Okay? That's forward chaining. You teach the first step first. All right? So the next is forward and then backwards chaining. Okay? Backwards. Okay, so for backwards chaining, you still have those same 5 steps. You still give the SD, go wash your hands. But at backwards chaining, you're teaching the last step first. Okay, so you're going to prompt all the way here, and then you're going to start teaching this step first, which is probably turn off the water because it's the last step. Okay, so you're teaching the last step. So you're going to prompt, teach. Okay? And then you'll move up. Once number 5 or the last step is successfully mastered, you're going to move up to the next step. So you'll give the SD, go wash your hands. You'll prompt step 1, step 2, step 3. You'll teach step 4, and then they can independently do step 5. Okay? So that's backwards chaining. You're teaching the last step first. Simple enough. We'll move on to total task chaining or total task presentation, which is you're prompting through the entire steps, the entire task analysis, okay? So you're going to give the SD, go wash your hands, and then you're going to prompt them through until it's independent. You're teaching each step via prompt until it's successful. That makes sense? So remember, forward chaining, you're teaching the first step first. Backwards chaining, you're teaching the last step first. Total task presentation, you're teaching the entire thing through prompting. All right? So if you have any questions on anything about task analysis, anything on forward chaining, backwards chaining, total task chaining, please send me an email, bossladybblooms@gmail.com. You can also schedule a tutorial session there also. I am so excited that our website is up and running. It had a little tweaking that needed to be done, but now it is successfully up and running. So if you want to book a session, you can do so through there. You can also ask me questions or give comments about what you'd like to see a video on next. Next week, we're going to continue with the task list. So if you have any questions about what you'd like to see from the task list, let me know and we can start there. So until next time, I wish you the best of luck if you're taking your exam. Have any questions for the exam, just let me know. Thanks again for watching my channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, Boss Lady out. Happy ABAing.